Hello, Ecorse High School. I'm Amy Lang from Fox 2 News. I'm a reporter and anchor at the station, have been for a long, long time. Unfortunately, I cannot join you today because I am in Washington, D.C. I'm covering the Flint water crisis hearings on Capitol Hill in front of Congress. But we took a little break from that to say hi to all of you and also wanted to show you where we are. We've been walking around the nation's capital, and that is the White House. I don't know if any of you have been there before, but it's quite spectacular when you see it in pictures, and even more so when you see it in person. And President Obama is actually there right now. Not that we can see him, but this is the day that he's making his announcement about his nominee for the United States Supreme Court. So very exciting day here in Washington, as every day is pretty much in our nation's capital, because there's just so much going on. Aside from what's happening here, I know that you all are looking into your future and what careers you might want to pursue, and so we want to tell you a little bit about what we all do. My photographer, Jeff Jewell, who you can't see because he's behind the scenes, but he is manning the camera. It's a very important and very cool job in the broadcasting industry. The news industry is pretty interesting each and every day. You never know what you're going to be doing. It's always different. You meet some really phenomenal people. You meet some really awful people. You do some really sad stories, but you do some really interesting stories and things that can be very impactful and educational and informational and really can help transform lives. So this is a job that I take very seriously. I think it's an important job, and we all do it with pride and with the intention of making a difference. So I think it's a wonderful profession for you to look into. If you are considering something in journalism, I encourage you right now to get involved in your school paper, your local cable station, anything where you're writing and you're interviewing folks. Maybe there's a little radio station you can get involved in. There's just so much out there, especially obviously, you know, online. You could have a blog, you could have a YouTube channel. So maybe you're already doing those types of things. Take classes, because it's so important to do what you do out here, but you don't do it without having a good education in the first place. You have to know how to write, you have to know what the ethics of journalism are. Those things are all very important. So for me, I went to the University of Miami, which is in Florida, and then I went to Flint to work for a couple of years, and I've been in Detroit for many years since. And I grew up in Michigan City, Indiana, so I'm not from too far away from the Detroit area. But I just want to encourage you to look at all kinds of different opportunities and options. There are so many people involved in the broadcast industry and in television news. So many people you don't see, because there are all kinds of really interesting jobs behind the scenes. So if you have any questions about what I do or what my photographer does, Jeff, who you can't see, although I'm going to pull him out here. Come here, Jeff. I'm going to interview Jeff Jewell here. This is Jeff Jewell, photojournalist for Fox 2. Jeff, you've been here in Washington and obviously had a very interesting time here, but just in general, the job of a photographer, what would you say to these students at Ecorse High?
Well, you're catching me off guard here. I didn't know you were going to do this. I'm not even sure I'm in frame right at the moment, so I apologize if I'm not doing my job appropriately right now. Yeah, I guess just to reiterate what Amy said, I mean, it is important to get an education because you learn how to communicate with people. I think that's key to what we do. But also find some place that lets you get hands-on with the equipment. I think that's so important to know, to have that kind of experience, being able to just troubleshoot in situations and you know, just to be able to feel comfortable with the equipment you're working on every day, because the job moves very fast. That's something that I've learned, that you have to be able to think on your feet very quickly. So as much experience as you can get, you know, there's places like you said that you can volunteer, and you know, cable access is a good option, that kind of thing. So.
And I think probably one of the other issues you mentioned, that things move very fast. Technology moves so fast. You get one camera and pretty soon you're getting another camera, so it's very important to stay up to date.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. It changes so quickly. You know, it seems like every 3 to 4 years now, we're changing everything that we do. I mean, when I started, which doesn't feel like that long ago, everything was on tape. You know, now everything is digital, so it makes things easier, but you still are left sort of learning something new every couple of years. So it's really important to stay up to date with that. I've seen a lot of people, and I know I'm starting to fight this myself, I'm going to be 40 soon, starting to feel like it's not the way that we used to do it. You know, if you're going to stay relevant in this business, you have to just embrace the new stuff that's coming in and try to keep up to date.
All right, awesome. Jeff Jewell, Fox 2 photojournalist here in Washington, D.C. with me, and I just totally put him on the spot, but I wanted you to have an opportunity to meet someone else who works in this industry, someone you may not get to see all the time, but someone who has a very important job. Jeff is shooting, he's editing, he's running the live truck, so there's just so much more to what we do than what you see on TV. So many people who go into making it all happen. So I want to encourage you to get involved, and if you have any questions, feel free to email me. I'm at amy.lang@foxtv.com, and they'll give you that information here during the presentation. But just enjoy this time in high school. Look to your future. There's such a great wide world out there. There's awesome opportunities, and I certainly wish you the best of luck. If you have any interest in this profession, please go ahead and send me an email, and I'll be happy to get back with you. Take care.